Hi everyone. So as you can see, I'm sitting outside again today. It's actually kind of cold. It's like 50 something degrees, but I was like, it's nice. It's not cloudy because where I live, it gets really cloudy and rainy. I was like, let me just pop outside and do a video really quick, like throw a blanket over my legs and we'll chat. So today I want to do my next makeup date. I feel like I've been doing these actually more frequently than I thought, which is really cool. Um, can you see the breath? No, you can't. That's fine. It's getting that cold, so we'll see by the end of this video if you can actually see my breath or not. But yeah, I have a few makeup dates, and I have a few ins and a few outs. Hopefully it'll be a little bit shorter today. I don't have too much crazy news, but just some, thoughts and things. So thought I'd hop on and just share. Um, so I think I just kind of a random bag actually. I didn't really organize it today, so I'm doing my best to pick through and see what I've been kind of giving an update of what I've been using pretty frequently, and then what things are kind of newish, and then yeah, just a few thoughts that I've had this week. So the first thing I want to show is my mascara. So I know some of you saw that I pulled in this Maybelline mascara last week, I think, and I just after using it a few days, it just was kind of flaky and was like it was ending up under my eyes by the end of the day, and I was like, that's not a look I want. I have other mascaras I want to rotate through that. I want to see if they function better, so let me just move on to those. So I went ahead and went to my grab bag and I pulled out the L'Oreal Voluminous Butterfly. This is like super old, super classic, and it has this. It's a not a natural bristle wand, but it's one of these. I don't even know if it's rubber per se, but anyways, it's like the plastic wand has a shape to it. It's a butterfly because of the butterfly looking wing on it, and excuse me, and the way I actually tend to use this is I do wipe off a majority of it because it's still quite a wet mascara, and then I've been kind of tilting at a 45-degree angle against my eyelashes and combing it through that way. It's very much stiff enough to be a comb, so I almost poked myself in the eye once. So but I'm finding this to be kind of like a pretty crispy mascara. I think you guys know what I mean. It just like hardens and like isn't super soft looking, so I might end up rotating this one out sooner than later. I prefer to enjoy my mascara experience and not just like trudge through it. My eyelashes are probably one of my favorite things I do during my makeup routine. So I really want to enjoy the experience rather than like be like, oh, like I have to use this again or like, fiddle with it or whatever. So out with this one, testing this one, potentially out again. So, but the packaging on this one is really beautiful and I enjoy having it on my vanity. So there's that. The next out or close to out is my moisturizer. I think I showed you guys. I decanted my Suwasu like sample into this, like a 1 ounce. This is a 1 ounce airless pump bottle, and so I put it in here, and as you can see, I'm almost done because it moves upwards, right? So as you can see, I just probably like 4 to 5 days worth in this. So we're rotating this out soon. I pulled another package from my grab bag and I thought I'd open it with you guys really quick. Oh, this is good. I was just thinking of using up more samples, so this is good. So I have the MAC Hyper Real Skin Canvas Balm. Um, and I actually have the serum of this too, so I might pull out the serum and use it alongside of this because I feel like I'm almost done with my other serum that I'm using right now. So I think this will be nice to use with that. And this is how many? This is 5 milliliters. That's a decent sample. And I have a sample of the Pharmacy Honey Halo, and of course the Laneige Sleeping Water Mask, or Water Sleeping Mask. So I'll use these as my next round of moisturizers, and I think that'll be good. The other things are kind of things that I've been using up. Oh, I didn't bring out one thing. That's okay. I'll just try to describe what I've been doing. So basically, I've never actually, I don't think I've ever shown a foundation on here before. This is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Tint. I really enjoy the formula, but this shade, Natural Beige 60, I thought it's really weird. It oxidizes really badly. So, from the bottle itself, it looks decently close to my skin tone, and then it just like oxidized like 2 to 3 shades darker, and that was a miserable experience. I ended up having a too light concealer. It was the NYX, um, what was it called? It was like their serum concealer, and that one was too light. So I actually just like pumped the whole thing in here. I had just about enough room for it. Mix it all together, and it's become more high coverage, a better match. And when it does oxidize, it's about the right shade. And I'm actually wearing it now, and I think it looks decent. So as you can see, I'm starting to get some windowing, which is super exciting because it was just like clinging all over the edges. And I can kind of peek down here, and I'm actually closer to the end than I thought, which is really exciting because like I said, this is like thick, goopy, and it's getting through it. It is like it's like medium coverage, so I enjoy that. Anyways, I've been liking this, and hope to keep working at it. And then the next thing is I've been showing this a few times, and of course I laid it on its side just now. The Patrick Ta lip gloss, and I have been diligently working through. As you can starting to see some windowing there. I'm probably just about at the beginning of where the letters are. Like once everything settles, it's kind of right about there. So that's pretty good. Pretty sheer gloss. I'm kind of, I guess you could call it hate panning it. I don't particularly need this in my collection. I think I just want to get through it for the sake of having it in my collection and getting my money's worth out of it. So I think, I don't know what I'm going to call it. I'm not going to pull out the stopper. I'm not that in love with it. Um, I'll probably use it until I feel like it's starting to change in consistency, get that like super goopy texture, or yeah, I don't know. This is an easy one to throw on, so I just do it, and I like the plumping sensation, so that much I'm okay with. There's just so many other glosses that are similar to it on the line. I did find it interesting though that it's a square container, and the actual like inside of it is square too, which for some reason I wasn't expecting for some reason. But anyways, fun fact. Um, I do have, oh, one other thing that I've been using up a lot, and I've been showing this a lot too, is a Huda Beauty lip contour. Really do find this one way too warm for me, and it just is not a good look, even if I try layering it on other things or just try to adjust it for other things. Just loud airplane. Um, so actually what I've tried ending up doing with this is I've been mixing it with my cream bronzer. I have the deluxe, like the mini of the Westman Atelier bronzer, the contour stick. And that's like a true contour. It is nearly gray. Like it has definitely gray undertones, and it's not warm at all, like some cream contour bronzers are, and so I really appreciate that. But sometimes when I do want to warm it up, I just kind of scribble some of this on the back of my hand, scribble some of that on the back of my hand, mix it together, and actually that looks nice. I'm wearing it today too. I mean, it's so sheer, you can't really tell, but um I've been enjoying that, and so I've just like used up a ton of it, right? Like every time, and I think it's not that far to show you guys how much I have left. I probably used about half of what was in here. This is all I have left. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up, but I have a little nick in there from and that's kind of how I visually track progress, is I nick a lot of my cream products. And just so I can work towards a line, not towards the finish line, but at least towards a line that's a little bit closer. And I like that experience for myself. So I've been doing that. One new in is the Maybelline Color Sensational lip liner. I got it in Almond Rose, I think. And this is actually a really nice tone. I never would quite know what to expect. I feel like the packaging on a lot of drugstore lip liners are like way off from what they really are. But I find this to be a really nice, it's not MLBB by any means, but it's a little bit deeper than that, but not as dark as like some of the other lip liners. It's a good in between, and I think it's a really, really good option for me right now. And actually, fun fact, this has the same amount of product as this. They're both 0.01 ounces of product in here, or 0.3 grams. But yeah, anyways, fun fact, like if you look at numbers, sizing does not make a difference. So anyways, the big thing that I got in my collection this week is this Viva Glam, this MAC Viva Glam lip palette. I'm gonna give a second for you guys to guess how old this is. To put into context, most of the Viva Glam lipsticks are now discontinued. This limited edition palette came out in winter 2014. It is nearly 9 years old. I am so the main reason is because MAC Viva Glam 5 is my favorite lipstick of all time, like of all time. And I have been in like an obsessive duping hunt for past 3 years or so, ever since I found out that it was discontinued after I finished my one and only bullet of it, right? Like, but I was just so obsessed with it. And there was like a few options within the MAC line at that time in like, like 2018 to 2020 where it was comparable, but then MAC phased those out, and whatever they brought back, or at least what's in their line now, just I haven't really found anything that's similar. So I started looking through a lot of other brands and looking at a lot of other dupes, whatever I could find online. From the drugstore. Not so much high end, more drugstore, trying to dupe it through drugstore things. But I think I tried up to like 20 something other lip combos and lip options to try to dupe this shade, this MAC Viva Glam 5. To me, that shade is like, it's the part of their luster formula, so it's a little bit more sheer, but it's like a neutral pink base with golden shimmers. So a lot of my own lip color comes through, but it kind of brightens it a little bit with that pink, and then that golden shimmer is like super pretty. So anyways, I'm not wearing it now, even though it kind of looks like it, because I've been just trying to dupe it now within my own collection. Now that I have this super old palette back in my collection, I'm really using this as a way to kind of color match. I am using this on my lips. I know it's a risk, but actually doesn't smell off. And I did buy this off of Glambot, and they have like their own sanitization procedures. Hope I said that right. Um, and yeah, when it came, it was, I think they must have used like some kind of lighter or something on it, because it was completely smoothed over as if like it hadn't been used. Um, but yeah, I have a feeling whoever owned this last like pretty much just swatched it and then sent it in for to be sold. So yeah, it doesn't have that like classic MAC vanilla flavor, but it doesn't smell off either. So I feel okay using this on my lips. And of course this packaging is beautiful. I mean, look at that in the light. It has this like burgundy shimmer. Like, it's so hard to, I've never seen a packaging like this before. um and I think what will probably end up happening is once I use up what I want to use up, or once I realize it's starting to go off or irritating my lips or whatever, I'll probably just end up cleaning this out and mixing my own lipsticks in it. So I feel like I bought this not only for the one shade I'm looking for, but to also kind of have this packaging and be able to do my own thing with it. So, and also these have beautiful shades that I've kind of been looking at, trying for my own, and I probably wouldn't buy on my own, like this kind of reddish color and then this berry color down here. Like, I've been really eyeing those, just haven't bit the bullet, pun intended, to buy similar shades to that. So yeah, I mean, it feels really sentimental and nostalgic to be trying, like, these are classic Viva Glam shades. I think only Viva Glam 2 is really around anymore. And actually, I don't really like, that's this one right here. I don't particularly care for it, but some of all these other shades I think are things that I'm willing to try and use. So yeah, I feel really lucky to have this. I wouldn't have come across it at this price that I got it for, probably very easily. I think for like, there's probably like, sellers out there that are selling it for more higher prices, like as collector's items, but I am getting this for use, and I'm really happy with it. So, very excited to have my favorite lipstick back in my life. But if any of you have gone through that, like, experience before of being like, oh no, like my favorite lipstick is being discontinued, and then you just hunt and hunt and hunt and hunt. Um, and I think I've just been thinking about it a lot. And yeah, I mean, a few shades in my current collection are pretty close. But I think what I'm trying to come to terms with, because I know this was probably going to be one of my last experiences with Viva Glam 5, is I think I want to embrace it and really treasure it. Um, and really not so much be looking for things that are exactly like the same thing, but I think give me a same experience on my lips. Like the combo I'm wearing on my lips today. Like, when I put this on, I was like, oh, I feel like it pulls my face together and I feel really good about it. And that's exactly what this lipstick does. And a lot of lipsticks do. Um, and I think also that I am now in a phase of my makeup use where I really want to be mixing things and tailoring things, and like really getting to know different formulas and shades and how they mix together and work together. And that's really exciting to me. Versus, I think when I first had this shade, I was really looking for like a one and done, like a miracle product. And that's just not the reality of makeup for almost anything. There's no really miracle products. And so I think it really is the artistry of the person who's using it that can like pull it together. So I think I really want to lean into that. And I think kind of my final thoughts for today's makeup date is that I think I'm getting ready to really start my no buy. I think this was I think kind of like this is the stopping point. I am buying something that is expired. That is something not that this is something that I don't need. I'm chasing after something that is like just this unicorn, right? Like this is it. I've gone to me, I feel like this purchase is me going off the deep end. Um, it's crazy. Like, in what other way is this okay to purchase a 9-year-old expired product, put it on my face, pretty much eat it, right? Because it's lipstick, and feel okay about it? Like, I don't know. I feel like red flags should be going up everywhere, right? And so I think with that purchase, I think I just need to kind of put a stop to it and go through my collection. I think I don't really have a goal for this. I think what I really want to do is um and I don't even know if I want to call it a no buy. I've been watching Shauna Rapali. I think that's her name. I know her first name's Shauna for sure. I don't want to butcher her name, but I briefly came across her videos and I want to watch more. But basically, she went through a year of um, like of like being content with her collection. Collection contentment. I don't know what I want to call it. Makeup contentment. But anyways, I've the as I've been talking about over the last few weeks, a no buy seems really daunting. And so then I've been like hoarding products and like purchasing a ton of products and like, this is like a like scarcity mentality, right? Of being like, I'm not gonna get a chance to buy anymore. So I'm gonna buy. I already have more than enough products than I ever need. I'm still buying because I like that experience of buying. Um, and but I think what I really want to aim for is not so much no buy, because I feel like it's almost like as if you're saying like, oh, I need to stop smoking cold turkey, right? It's like it's kind of scary. Like it's like I don't get that anymore. I don't get the positive feelings, whether they be good or bad, but I don't get the feeling that I really liked, and that's scary. And I think words like no buy, cold turkey, it just is like, it's kind of terrifying to me. So I think I'd rather use terms that are more positive and are more indicative of the true goal I'm going for, which is to be truly content with what I have. And to really enjoy it, right? Like I think words like enjoying my collection, being content with my collection, playing with my makeup. Like I think all those group of words is like much more um I think it's much more not exciting. That's not the word I'm looking for, but I think it's much more comforting than being like no buy. I have to not spend. I have to, kind of like these harsh stops, but rather to be like, okay, instead of spending, I'm going to enjoy my makeup. Instead of fighting with my urge to buy, I'm going to actually be content and like be happy and feel blessed by my makeup. Getting super deep, I know, but it's important to me, and I think probably to my mental health and my journey of my makeup collection. And so I'm hoping I can kind of incorporate these kind of terms into my videos and things like that in the coming weeks as I share with you my journey. And I'm excited. I'm excited to kind of shift that in my mind. It's not a no buy. I know I'll be tempted by things like, I mean, it's a Sephora sale right now. I don't know if I'm even allowed to say that, but I'm not going to buy. Okay, I'm not going to say that, but I'm going to try really hard not to buy. And I think be looking at my collection instead and seeing what do I have, what do I want to play with, what do I want to create, and be excited by that, because sometimes new products are actually more stressful than they are helpful. So anyways, I'm going to end it there. And I am looking forward to seeing how this will go. So I'll see you all in the next video, and thanks so much for watching. Bye.